if either mod admin or Ivan has somebody's mobile number in the US, of course he can just come here and just dial the number and hit on send, and the number will just go through. This is how interesting it is, and I'm happy that everything worked seamlessly and straightforward. Hi everyone, good morning, afternoon, evening, depending on where you're listening from. My name is Joseph. I am a Microsoft certified trainer, and today we are going to be doing a very deep dive into Microsoft Teams Voice. Microsoft Teams Voice solution is very important that we try to understand the difference and the requirements depending on what we are looking for. On my screen, you have one account of a Teams user here, and you have another account of another Teams user by my right hand side. If you check, we are both on calls here and here. And this guy does not have the dial pad, but this guy has a dial pad and a phone number assigned to him. So why would one have phone number assigned and the other does not? What it means is that this guy can call someone's cell phone number and it will go through. What did I just press? And it will go through for him, right? But the other guy who is not having dial-pad does not even have the option to press phone number or does not have a phone number assigned. So the only option this guy has to make call is to use someone's email address to call the person. Let's say he is inside this guy's profile and he wants to make a call. He can just hit on call and then try to call this guy, or come into chat. He can decide to set for a particular user here and uses the call option here to call the person, right? So, but if you are on a PSTN plan, you can use either phone number to call someone else mobile number, or you can as well use the email address to call, right? So the question, or the very big question here, is how do you get the dial pad to appear in your Teams? So that is where the explanation of what we want to do comes to play. So in Teams call, you have two options. You have the public switch telephony network option, and you have the SIP call. So if you are using SIP to call, that is section initiation protocol, that means you are using the person's email address. But if you are using PSTN to call, it means that you are using phone number to call the person. Now, how do you set up the public switch telephone network? Or how do you set up dial pad, set up voice, set up phone number for user in Microsoft Teams? That is what this video is all about. Now, if you want to set up phone system for a user in Microsoft, you have to consider some factors. One of the factors is, yes, I am going to make call using the public switch telephony network. Where is my region? If the region has calling plan, do I want to use Microsoft? Do I want to use a third party? Or do I want to use direct routing? So for PSTN setup in Microsoft Teams, you need two license if you are using Microsoft Voice solution, and one license if you are using any other solution. What are the options you have when setting up phone system? You have the Microsoft calling plan. You have the operator connect, and then you have the direct routing. So the big question is, when do you use Operator Connect, and when do you use Microsoft Calling Plan, and when do you use direct routing? And some tenants even goes as far as using all the plans together. So let us not speak off records, from Microsoft documents. Let's come to Microsoft documentation to take a look at some basic things that we need to know. Now, you might want to use a simple solution while setting up your voice or your Teams voice, Microsoft Teams calling plan. This option is Microsoft in cloud solution that provide the PBX functionality and calls to PSTN. So what it means is that it starts and ends with Microsoft. It's your provider, everything. But if your answer is yes to this, then Microsoft Teams calling plan works for you. Now, but the factors you need to consider is calling plan available in my region? That is a very big question. Now, how do you know if Microsoft calling plan is available in your region? If you don't need to retain your PSTN number and Microsoft Teams voice is available in your region, of course, you can just go ahead and get Microsoft phone numbers. You want to use Microsoft managed access to PSTN. These are some of the reasons that you want to do Microsoft Teams calling plan. So if you are using any other method of routing your calls, then the only thing you need is the phone system license. I'm going to explain a lot of things, so let's just move on without wasting much of our time. Now, how do you know? The next question is, how do you know if Microsoft Teams voice is available in your region? There is a document here that shows all the countries, right? For example, Nigeria is the first to come to hand. You will see that in calling plan are available is no. So it means that you cannot go get phone numbers from Nigeria and add to users who are located in Nigeria. Now, if you come further, and let's say, of course, I know that there are phone numbers in the US. If I come to the US, for example, and I check to come check are phone numbers available, sorry, calling plan, right? Calling plan available to purchase, the answer is yes. So minute available for calling, they give you the detail. So let's say you are in this country and you just want to check. You check the calling plan and the answer is no. So that is how you can check to see if calling plan is available in your region. Now, if calling plan is not available in my region, what options do I have? Maybe I have the option to go for this one is ruled out for me. It means I don't need calling plan license, but I need operator connect or direct routing. How do I set up direct routing? And how do I know if operator connect are available in my region? I will quickly take us to the Teams admin center and I will just come down to voice, right? I will see operator connect. So in operator connect here, what it's going to show me is all operators that are available in my region. So if let me come to all operators, okay? So for all operators, it will display the list of the operators who partner with Microsoft to provide calling and conferencing services via Operator Connect. To learn more, of course, you can see these details. And now you have all of these. You have, like if you are in Nigeria, you have Airtel here. I think there is also MTN on the list if you scroll down. Yes, there's MTN on the list, but the question is it MTN Nigeria or is it Airtel Nigeria? That means you have to contact Airtel to ask questions. So in your own region, you may want to see which operator connect is likely available in your region. And then what you do is once you get this list and you see that it's available in your region, of course, you can click on it and this will route you to have support or to contact the support that you want to talk to. So this is definitely going to take you to the site of the operator connect that you are trying to communicate with. So you chat with them or you want to use their phone number in Microsoft Teams and then they tell you the requirement. But the requirement of Microsoft is what I want to show you today. How to get phone numbers from Microsoft from those regions that have phone numbers. Of course, we've checked the US and we understood that there are phone numbers in the US. So today we want to obtain phone number and assign those phone numbers to user and see those phone numbers work in Microsoft Teams. Okay. Now, how do you first purchase? What are the license requirements when you want to use the Microsoft voice solution? You need the phone system license. Let me bring up my paint. Okay, so you need the phone system license, phone system, and then you need calling plan. You need calling plan. Now, for phone system, if you have license, E5 license, all E5 license come with um, with phone system. So either you are using, whether you are using M365 E5 or O365 E5, they both come with E5 license. But anything that makes you use any other license, like E3, E1, business, premium, business standard, business basic, and so on, and you want to set up voice, you would definitely need to have the phone system as an add-on. Now, the next requirement is calling plan. Now, for calling plan, you will need to know what type of calling plan you want. Do you want to have the user make international call or just local call? So you have local calling plan, and then you have international, and then you have the pay as you go calling plan. Okay, so pay as you go calling plan, international calling plan, local calling plan. Let's take a look. I think I have a document that shows that here. Yes, so the domestic calling plan, with the domestic calling plan license, users can call out to numbers located in the country or region where they are assigned in M365. So the user location will limit the user to that region if the user only has the local calling plan assigned to him. So there are three domestic calling plan options to choose from. You have domestic calling plan for US plan 1, domestic calling plan for US and Canada, domestic calling plan zone 2. All these are licenses. Then international calling plan include both domestic and international minute for outbound calls, so you can make calls even outside to other countries. 96 different countries are the countries that you can make calls to if you have international calling plan. So the domestic minute allow user to call a number of country region where their M365 license is assigned. International minute allows users to call international number in 196 countries. So you may want to also know those countries where you can make call to if you have international calling plan assigned to your user. These are the countries, 196 countries that you can make call to. So having said that, if you come to the license you want to give to your users, you want to make sure that a user that you want to have access to PSTN is first located in a region that has phone, calling plan license. If you have a user, say for example, having location as Nigeria and you have a US phone number, you cannot assign that number to the user. It will not go through until you have to change the location of the user to the US to match with the phone number that you are assigning to that user. Okay, so now you need two licenses: phone system, calling plan. If you are using E5, you only need calling plan, and for calling plan you have option to go for local, you have option to go for international or pay as you go calling plan. Now let's look at licenses. Let's look at a user here. For example, I know that this user that is signed in here who has phone number is mod administrator. So let me come here and see the license that MOD has. So if I come to MOD and I open MOD here, then I am going to see under his licenses and apps, I would see that he has E5 and then he has Microsoft Teams domestic calling plan, right? So if I show down here this way, I'm going to see that he has phone system that is inherited from the E5 license that this guy has. So let's just take some time to scroll down and we should see Microsoft Teams phone system coming from E5. Look at it. The Microsoft 365 phone system is coming from the E5 license that the guy has. So having gotten this phone system, then it needs calling plan. Let's say, for example, I just want to pick up a random user. I will try to sign in with that user. So let's come back to active user. I can clear this, and let's say I am bringing up this user. Maybe, yeah, this user is completely unlicensed. So let's say we want to bring up just one user that has E5 license. Yeah, this user has E5 license. So it means that he is going to have the phone system license assigned to him. So if we come here and we go to license and apps, we are going to see that he has phone system license. So, but now we are going to sign in with this user and see if he is going to have the die pad. Okay. If I scroll down, I'm going to see phone system. Yeah, phone system. But let's now look at something. Let's reset this. Let's reset his credentials. Okay. So just require, yeah, reset .microsoft.com. Okay, so this is the sign-in details, and I'm just going to change this. Okay, this, and then yeah. Okay. So let's see what happens when it's fully signed into Teams. All right. So the guy is here, and obviously when you come to his calls, you are not going to see that he has phone number assigned to him. Yes, he has phone system, yet he does not have calling plan. That is why this place is empty for him. So we want to go ahead, obtain phone number from Microsoft and assign it to this guy and see how that phone number comes up here for Evelyn. So let's minimize him and then close this and then come to Microsoft Teams Admin Center, and under voice we are going down to phone numbers, and we are going to add phone numbers. We are going to get more phone numbers, but the function to get phone number depends on the availability of your calling plan. Having said that, one very important thing you need to know while setting up or while trying to get phone numbers from Microsoft is you must try to set up your emergency location. So emergency location is very important. I have emergency address. Rather, emergency address is a civic address. Actually, is a physical street address of a place of business for your organization used to route emergency call to appropriate dispatch authorities and to assist in locating emergency callers. So you must you must have an emergency location for you to be able to get phone numbers in Microsoft Teams. So if you want to do that, you click on add to add emergency location. You can call it test. I'm not going to use this location anyway. So if I am in, let's say, Nigeria currently, then I will have to input the street address, the latitude, the longitude, and all of that, and save. So it's only then I can use that emergency location while trying to get phone numbers. So, and it has to be the emergency location of a region that has the calling plan, as we have seen in those different countries on availability. So we have this my emergency location as Contoso emergency, right? So I'm just going right back into voice, and then I'll just click on add, and I'm going to call this um, Feb, because we are in February, and then the description, I'm just going to use February phone numbers. Okay, so that's it. Then what location do you want these phone numbers? I want these phone numbers in the United States. United States. And then the number type, this is where I explained the number type to you. You have the user subscriber number, you have the call queue tool, then you have the auto attendant tool, you have the call queue toll free, you have the auto attendant toll free and dedicated bridge, and then you have dedicated conference bridge toll free. Now I will explain the user subscriber number now because that is what we want to obtain. User subscriber number is the phone number that you assign to a user, a Microsoft user. Then for call queue is actually for service. There are service numbers, okay? For call queue tool, service number, auto attendant tool, service numbers to call into meeting via audio conferencing. That's another different topic that is not covered on this scope anyway. So I'm going to bring up the user subscriber number, okay, and I'm having 26 left. Count based on the number of license I have. So remaining count is calculated from the current license volume minus previously acquired stock. So that is, and the license this is actually depending on is the calling plan license. So I have 26. I just want to obtain two, just one, maybe one, because I just want to give it only that guy. Now it will ask me to search for my emergency location. Remember I have Contoso, so I just type the three characters of the emergency address description, and it will bring it up. I just click on select. If I don't have emergency location, there is option for me to add. Say for example, I will have option to add from here if I don't want to go create it first, but it is always advisable that you had created it already. So I just select on Contoso, and then it will tell me which area code I want. This is the only area code available for me there, and then I will do next. So what it will do is it tell me that it is looking for that phone number, that I should be patient right now while it looks for it. So just hold on while we expect this phone number to pop up now. Okay, so the phone number is ending with 67. So and there's a countdown here, 9, counting down by 10 minutes, 9 minutes already and still counting. So if I am not comfortable with this number, I would wait for this time out and expect another one, but I don't have any preference right now. 6167 is good. So I will just place order. Okay, so thank you for your order has been placed. Your FEB has been placed. The new number will appear in the list of the numbers that become available now. So let's just do finish. And this is the list of the phone number we have. So what is the phone number? 6167. So maybe we just want to search for it here. 6167, which is this one. I'm sure it's going to be showing up already. Yeah. So this is it. And it is showing up down here that it is what? The license usage is user number. So there is difference between user number and service number. We can talk about that when we talk about call queue auto attendant also. So now how do we assign this phone number to the guy? You just click on the phone number and then you click on edit, and then you see assigned or unassigned, assign slash unassigned. Then you have user is the type of the number and all of those details. Very important thing is that this phone number must be assigned to user that is in the same location with the phone number. So if that user was in the UK, I cannot be giving him US phone number. So I'm just going to search for that guy. And who is that guy? This is the guy. And then it brings him up. Sorry, let me see. Yes. And the reason why it is not bringing the guy up, you know why? The guy has not yet been given calling plan license. So it means that he's not eligible for phone number assignments. So we need to go to the admin center, bring up the guy, and make sure that he has the calling plan license assigned to him before we can give him phone number. So we're going to give him the Microsoft domestic calling plan and we hit on save. So it's until you've given this guy this domestic calling plan that you can now go ahead to give him phone number, which is going to be banking on the calling plan license that he has. So we'll come back here and let me do a refresh here as well, so that the license that we just assigned may sync now before we can proceed to give the guy the phone number that we have just obtained. Okay, so back here Let's see if that license are synced already. Searching for this phone number that we've just got. Okay, so this is the phone number. I'll go to edit, and then it will give me option to type in the name of the person I want to assign the phone number to. So yeah, sure, the guy is here now because phone he has phone system, and he also has calling plan, and the emergency address that is going to be, because of the one attached to the phone number, is this emergency address. And then I'll just click on apply. So in a bit, this guy would have phone number showing up for him. So what is it saying here? Say, okay, the phone number has been assigned to Eva. Okay, do you want to just enable a high quality calling experience for this? All these are details that you may just want to look at, but I think I am done with that. I will just refresh this place and try to go to Ivan's sign in and see if he now has phone number assigned to him. Okay, so I'm just going to refresh and then come here, and then I go to IV, and then I try to refresh here. Sometimes it may have to wait up until 2 hours before the phone number comes up, and it is faster if you use PowerShell to assign this phone number to the user. But let's just do a refresh here and see if that phone number is going to come up for Ivan. Now if it doesn't come up, yeah, you may just check back in 2 hours and it should be there available to Ivan. Yeah, it's even there, luckily. So he's already here. So if we check very well, you will see that this is the phone number that was assigned to Ivan, 67, and then he is here with 67, right? Now let's quickly go to mod admin and try to call Ivan and see if the number is already going through. I think I have mod admin sign in here, and I'm going to come to Teams, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this and paste Ivan's phone number and ring him and see what happens. So let's bring this to this side. Okay, let me allow. Okay, so let's do this. That number is ringing already. So let's bring IV to this side and see if he's going to see the call coming to him. Okay, so if this number does not go through now, it may just be because it's taking time to sync, but at least, yeah, it has come up now. Mod admin is trying to call you, right? So Ivan can decide now to pick the call and speak to mod admin. So this is how interesting it is to set up phone system and calling plan from Microsoft Teams. The voice solution is here already. So it means that if this guy has, excuse me, if either mod admin or Ivan has somebody's mobile number in the US, of course he can just come here and just dial the number and hit on send, and the number will just go through. This is how interesting it is, and I'm happy that everything worked seamlessly and straightforward. If you have any questions regarding this video, you may just want to put that in the comment section, and I'll be very happy to provide response to you. So thank you very much for always sticking around to watch these videos. I hope that you enjoy it. If you did, please give it a like. If you've not subscribed to this channel, please hit on the subscribe button, put on the notification bell so that we can keep doing great things together. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day. Bye.